Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about Mimic. And this movie came out in 1997 and it's directed by Guillermo del Toro, who's made some really good movies, especially after this point. Not everything I love, but most of the stuff I think is at least a 7 or higher. I really love Hellboy 1 and 2, Pan's Labyrinth, which is probably my favorite. And everything that he's known for is present in this movie. The movie does look nice, it's well shot throughout, and I do like the creature designs in this movie. I think they're cool to look at and like something creative and different that you might not expect to see in any other movie. Like if it was given to any other director, you would probably get something that looks pretty bland. But this movie was able to make it look different and unique to me, and I like that about it. I felt as though the music wasn't bad in this movie, nothing particularly memorable, but at the very least, it wasn't distracting. And there were some good performances. I do like the cop character, he was kind of fun, and Josh Brolin, he was pretty good in it. And the visual effects for the time looked pretty good, especially for 1997. And if you like Guillermo del Toro films, you'll probably get something out of this movie, or if you've seen this movie before, it'll probably be nostalgic for you. And there are parts of this movie that did remind me of both Hellboy and Blade 2, which are a couple of movies that I do like. And the opening of this movie did remind me a little bit of 12 Monkeys, just how it opened. There's a disease and you can't really breathe the air, and that was something that I was like, okay, I'm reminded of that. I wouldn't say ripped off. And apparently, this was a movie that was kind of hurt by studio interference, and the studio and Guillermo del Toro had conflicting ideas on what they wanted this movie to be. And I do know that a director's cut of this movie does exist. I'm not sure what the differences are between the version that I watched and the director's cut. I just watched what was on Amazon Prime, and that's how I saw it. And I thought it was fine overall. I wasn't in love with a lot of characters, and I found the first 10 to 15 minutes to be kind of dull and wasn't really attached to much as a running theme is consistently as of late. Like, I just found it kind of difficult to be attached to the characters in some way. Like, I wanted to care about someone or something, but I just didn't. There was a lot of nonsensical things going on that I just don't really care about, and I found it to be kind of dull. There were some stock sound effects that kind of took me out of the movie, and also some pointless characters that just didn't need to be there. Really wish it was a bit more focused than it was, but here we are. It's a movie that works well enough for what it is, I guess. It's not anything special to me. Will I be rewatching it? Probably, if I'm going to rank Guillermo del Toro's movies, but I'll probably just rank the director's cut of this movie if I ever get around to that version. I have no idea what the differences are, so if you were curious about that, you've come to the wrong place, unfortunately. And there were also some scenes in this movie that just felt out of place. So, like, after the first, however long in the movie, when we get the first attack scene, if that makes sense, that just felt way out of place. Like, why is this here? Why is this happening now? Shouldn't have this been the opening scene? Not sure what was going on there. It honestly could have been removed, if I'm being perfectly honest. But that's about all I have to say about Mimic. Watch it if you're a fan of Guillermo del Toro. The director's cut is probably better, hopefully. I say that because I like Guillermo del Toro, and usually if a movie says director's cut, then that's the version you would want to watch. If it's going to be an alternate cut of a movie, then that's probably going to be your best bet as to whether or not a movie is probably going to be better or worse than the theatrical cut. Depends on the movie, obviously. There's like multiple different cuts of Blade Runner, and everyone says the final cut is the best. And I've only ever seen the final cut. I haven't seen the other versions of Blade Runner, and there's like multiple versions of The Handmaiden. There's a few different versions of Aliens. There's a whole bunch of movies out there, like Death Proof even. There's the Grindhouse version and the standalone release. That's been going on for a while, and As of late, that's something that's kind of stopped, but we'll see if that comes back at any point. So with all that being said, I'm going to give Mimic, the theatrical cut, what I think is the theatrical cut at least, a 5 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos. As always, if you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below you thought of Mimic, and tell me which version you like better, the theatrical cut or the director's cut, if you've seen both. Let me know that down below, and my social media links, they will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see you when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for Barbershop. So look forward to that, but until I get that up, thank you for watching, and have a great day.